Big Z Reviews. So Locke and Key is one of my favorite completed graphic novels or comic books. And this was originally written by Joe Hill, and this was the son of Stephen King. And it's been tried to make into a TV series a couple of times. I think they filmed like two other pilots, but both times it never actually went to series. But this time Netflix gave them the green light, and they made a whole season of Lock and Key, and it is really good.
Welcome to Key House.
I could never get your father to talk about his life here. My kids need a home.
Does it have to be this home?
Hello? Are you my echo?
Yes.
It's been a couple of years since I read the comic Lock and Key. I need to give it a reread coming up. But it's been further enough so that I'm not too annoyed when they change things. So many times, like, if you read it like right before you see a movie or a TV show about something you read, you may be like, oh, I don't like how they did this and this and this. But with some time, like, you kind of like, you remember what happened, but you don't remember a lot of the exact things. And it's kind of like this for the show for me, which is probably better because they do change some things. But it's funny, it's great how they are actually honest to a lot of what happened in the graphic novel. I think what it does is they kind of skip things. Like, I think that it seems like the first volume of the series, maybe like volumes 4 through 6 is this series, and they skipped like volumes 2 and 3, and they skipped a lot of stuff in the middle. But they did things at the end where look. I'm not going to spoil it, but they set things up for season 2, and it seems like a lot of stuff. The finale was very similar to the finale of the graphic novel, but they switched things up, so that's not actually the finale of the show. And I like that. It's gonna be interesting, but I don't know. But they're definitely the graphic novel has a beginning, middle, and end. And when they mess with things, I'm not sure how it's going to affect the story. But I'm in for it. I'm with it. And the basically setup of this film is that there is a Locke family, and they in like Massachusetts. They own this like mansion, and that was built back in the American Revolution, and then they used that as a base during American Revolution. They used it as a base during a lot of the different wars that happened there. Like it was and to say back in the day, maybe they found some. The show doesn't touch on it, but maybe they found some special material to make keys from, and the house is full of these magical keys that will do things like make you turn into a ghost, or make you be able to change your face, change your sex, maybe be able to heal whatever injury you have, maybe make you super strong, make you a giant. The show didn't get into those yet, but maybe making go into your mind, remove things or put things in, or like they have like a fire. They have let you control shadows. A button, a door. They go to open a door. You go to anywhere another door you can imagine, and then there's a lot of crazy things they can do, but they don't know it yet because essentially the Locke family, the dad, he kind of stuff happened in the past, and he kind of renounced that part of the Locke family and decided to just move away. And he's like a guidance counselor, but one of the guys there gets maybe infected by something he'd done in the past, and that he kills the dad, and they have to fight them off. And that's like they happen like before the show happens. You see flashbacks like in the first couple episodes. Essentially, that they're now the rest of the family. Their dad's dead, but they want to go live in the Locke family home and maybe fix it up, maybe sell it, or maybe live in it. And like that's the Locke family is Darby Stanchfield as mother Nina, and then Connor Jessup as Tyler Locke, the older son. Emilia Jones as Kinsey is like the middle child, the daughter, Jackson Robert Scott as the youngest kid, Bodie. And then you have a bunch of friends, too, and a bunch of other people. But they also have, Bill Heck is the dad. You see more in flashbacks. And, I mean, you get a lot of people, and especially, like, there's a lot of cool stuff here. But I think, the problem is that the Keys, like, call out to the members of the family. They're the protectors of the Keys, especially to the youngest one. They can hear it the strongest. But they can hear voices, and they find a key, and then so each episode they kind of get more and more keys. And I like that. It gives it I like what it does with that, and I think they could do more of that in the future. So it'll be interesting how they do a second season, because there are still a lot of keys that they haven't found. But the problem is that the youngest son is a little curious, and he talks to this lady in the well, and Dodge, played by Liza de Oliveira, and she is really good. She kind of looks like the comic version of her. Like I really like the casting, and she's really kind of creepy and evil, and she does really good. But like he accidentally gives her the anywhere key that lets him go anywhere, and lets Dodge get out of the well house and into the world so that she can wreak havoc. And like there's lots of like sometimes like I don't like when they do like different school things, but I kind of like what they did here. They do some interesting stuff. And I do like Amelia Jones is really good. I love the thing they do, but like she decides like she really has a lot of anxiety, and like she using the mind key, she wants to change her personality, and there are consequences to that. And they follow a lot of stuff in the books, and they do it really well. And so much of the show, like I mean, it's beautifully filmed. Like this, the where they have like the cliffs and the caves and the house, everything they have is really. They feel like they really tried to be inspired and kind of honest to the comic, and also create something that's really cool. I just thoroughly enjoyed this show. I mean, it's nothing like majestic, it's not like perfect, but it's a great kind of horror fantasy show. That not too much, nothing too scary, but a little darkness and a little violence, but I mean nothing too crazy. But I mean, it's just a really fun show that I would highly recommend. It's on Netflix, so if it sounds interesting, you really should check it out. It's a great show. I'm really looking forward to seeing, what they do with another season. But I think I'd probably give it like 8.5 out of 10. But thanks for watching. And check out their playlist on my head, and subscribe to my Z over there. Thanks. This has been a Big Z TV show review. Thanks for watching.